We went ahead and put our climbing stand on the tree here. You can see it's in two pieces. A base piece that I'll stand on when I climb and as a platform to hunt from, to look in the woods, and also a platform to shoot from. And then the top portion of the stand, which you'll see helps in the climbing process, and also from a safety standpoint gives me a place where I don't have to stand all the time. I can actually sit on this lattice work wrap here. I brought a quiver with a couple of arrows that we'll actually shoot a little bit later. And what I typically do, as with any hunters, you have a menagerie of things that you have to bring in the woods, and this quiver kind of acts as a way to bring the climbing harness that I'm going to use in this deer stand today. We're in June today, so it's not hunting season. So but we wanted to go ahead and, in preparation to hunting season, do this video today. So if you notice the woods looking a little bit leafed out, it is June in Mississippi. So we'll probably have mosquitoes as well. So I'm getting my material out now. And there's no right or wrong method to doing this, but I'll go through it slow. And typically as a hunter, what I would do, if I have access on property or on my own property, like in the case here, I leave the tree stand. I pick out a good spot to hunt where deer are feeding or they're crossing, like in this hardwood bottom here. And I actually leave my hunting stand, my climbing stand on the tree. So that way I'm not having to pull it in or carry it in every time I go hunting. So this is a climbing harness, and probably from a safety perspective, this is probably the most important piece of equipment that you want to have access to. They range in price. I'm not sure what I paid for this one, but $100 to $200 or so. That sounds like a lot, but your life is dependent on it. You can fall off a 6-foot step ladder and kill yourself. So it's very easy to get injured. And typically in a climbing stand, when I'm hunting, I may be anywhere from 15 to 25 feet up, which of course, if I fell out of that stand, is a very strong likelihood that I'm gonna get either killed or very much so injured. So this harness is very important for protection of my life. And so it's more like a parachute harness, and it just drapes over. As you can see, I put it on kind of like a coat where the harness is in the back. And I'm gonna suit up with it. I'll try to talk about some of the pieces of it. This O-ring or D-ring here will be actually clipped to another harness that goes around this oak tree that keeps me attached to the tree. And just like in parachuting, these straps go between the legs. So that way, as you can see, I'm gonna be strapped into this harness in case something does happen. It's very secure, and it has me attached to the tree. This is a ring that you put these straps through. It took me a while to kind of get it suited up here. Quite easy to do. Go back through the ring as so, and then I'm gonna lace it up here in a minute when I get the other one on. The other leg, it's a little bit awkward in putting it on, but once you get it on, actually what I do is before I leave the truck, you know, I know where my deer stand is, where I'm gonna hunt, I go ahead, even before I leave the truck, and go ahead and put this harness on because you can walk in it. But now you can see I'm getting it attached. So I take that loose end and I pull it tight to under my legs. One last strap across the chest, so there's two through the legs, just like if I was parachuting. Similar type arrangement. Again, go through. There's two slots, go through one slot, loop it over, go back through the other slot, and then back through the D-ring. And then as you pull it tight, see, it catches you. Now you don't want it so tight that I can't breathe or I can't move. So I've actually got this a little bit tighter, but when I get in the tree stand and start climbing, I can adjust as so. So that's the kind of this 3-point harness. As you can see it on me. I may have a strap twisted, but that's not gonna matter probably. And so then the next thing I wanna do, I've got a bow here today, so I'm gonna simulate that I'm bow hunting. The next thing I would do, I don't want to climb with a gun or a bow. I physically can't do it, and plus that's fairly dangerous. So what I've just got a nylon rope here that I'm gonna pull out, and it can be something not quite as bright as that. But that's not that bright because I can put it back in the quiver and a deer can't see it. What I'm going to do is just attach this quiver actually to my stand, the top portion of my stand. As so. Get those arrows out of the way. So take the line here, and as you can see, as I climb the tree, if I forget my gun and leave it on the ground, it's like, uh-oh, now I got to go back and get my gun or my bow. But if I go ahead and have a strap like this, or a little rope, or nylon line, it doesn't have to be anything a very much substantial piece of line, but just something that can handle the weight. And just going to tie off to this bow here. This rope's a little bit overkill for getting a little bit higher. We're not going to do that today. But then I may be out of Melissa's camera range here, but I'm just going to tie to the bow so I can be connected here and be able to retrieve my bow when I get to the top of the tree. Okay, climbing stands are a little bit awkward. I have to kind of get in this stand. So I'm just going to step up in here, step on the base here, and then come up through the center of the stand, and it's going to move on me until I get in it. And it works on a fulcrum process. So as I start putting weight on the stand, it's going to brace into the tree a little bit more. Excuse me while I get situated. There's straps at the base that I put my feet in this case my hunting boots. So that's what I'm going to use. My feet are attached to the base of the stand. I'll use my legs to pull the base of the stand up. Now, I'm not attached, from a safety perspective, I'm not attached to the tree yet. The stand is, but I'm not. See, I could fall out of this tree right now, and probably at even this height, if I hit on my head, I could do damage or break my arm. So, and definitely as I get higher, that's going to be a problem or a potential. This is the strap that goes around the tree. Take me a minute to get that in place. And it's the same type of latching mechanism as the 3-point harness that I put on, just a little bit more substantial. So there's my strap, as you can see. So then there's a strap that goes to the back of the harness behind my neck. And for safety purposes, it has a D-ring on it as well that I can actually tighten down and latch in. So there's really no way that I can get unconnected from this harness on the tree. So all I do is I hook, there's a loop that I've got my thumb in here that I'm going to put that D-ring through. And you heard that click, that comes in the D-ring connected, and I go ahead and twist that down tight. So now with with the harness, I'm attached to this harness, which is around the tree. So if by chance the stand falls out from under me or whatever happens, I will be attached to the tree and not fall and hit the ground. So the climbing process, we're gonna kind of do a safety check. Got the harness on, I've already checked that. I'm attached to the tree. The stand part is ready to climb with me. I've got my quiver attached where it's gonna go up with me, and I've got a line attached to my gun or my bow. And so the first thing I'm gonna do, you can see I'm sitting in the top portion of the harness, is just pick my feet up, and through fulcrum, it attaches to the tree a little higher, and then I stand up, and I actually went up a little bit, as you can tell. Then I pull this top portion to me and bend it back into the tree, and now I'm a little higher. So I'm like an inchworm going up this tree. You can see, again, I pull my legs to me, the stand comes up. I'm a little higher. As you can tell, as I climbed to my harness. So I've got to move it up the tree, obviously. And this is important. Don't do a lot of moving at this point if you're climbing, because the only thing that is keeping me in the tree is this deer stand. It's probably safe, but it could, if I'm up here moving a lot, I could dislodge it and then potentially fall. So now I'm clicked back into the tree with the harness up above my head. You want to kind of put it head high or a little above, and then I'm ready to climb again. So I move the bottom up, I stand up, I bring the top portion to me, then I can sit back, sit down, take the weight off my legs, and then bring my legs to me, just raise my knees, bringing the stand up, and you'll feel it. It has some clasp at the base of the tree that you'll feel kind of bite into the tree, and then I know I'm connected. Of course, with fulcrum action, because I'm leaning back, it gets the tree in a bind and it's connected. Stand up again, bring the top portion up, push it back to make sure it's connected, raise my feet again. Now, see, I'm getting a little higher. I'm probably 10 or 12 feet off the ground. We'll go, if the mic cord is enough, I'll probably go one more run up. Again, reconnect this safety strap to the tree, and we'll go one more time, we'll go up. All right. Now, if I've gotten to the area I want to, the height I want to hunt, actually, let me go up one more time, because I want to get up a little higher to get above a tree limb. Melissa, you can still see this okay? Okay. Got to readjust my safety harness. And I'm going to leave this on while I hunt. And sometimes, this is another example. I've got a small twig over here. That can happen where I need to kind of just break it off. Now, there's one thing, if it's a branch, I've got to work around that branch. And that's a point. If I want to hunt, say, a particular tree and there's a branch about midpoint up, doesn't work as well with a climbing stand because I can't get around that branch. I can only go to the height of that branch. So that's important to pick your trees well that are clean like this one, that you can get up to a level you want to be at. I'm gonna kind of get secure here. All right, I'm connected to the tree. I want to make sure that my stand looks good, and it does. Then I can actually step out. I don't know if you can't tell what I'm doing here, but I'm stepping out of the foot harness, and I'm free in the tree stand now. Now, I'm still connected. If this stand fell out from under me, theoretically, I want to check that tightness. I'm still hooked to the tree with this harness, so I'm protected. That I won't fall. Then the next thing you'll do is retrieve my bow or my gun. I'm bringing that up to myself now. And I've got overkill on the rope, so it's getting kind of a little bit tangled here. And I've got my bow to me now, as you can see. I hope you can see. So the bow is in hand, or the gun is in hand. Then I'm going to untie. I'm untying now. And so then my bow is free, or my gun is free, and I'm just gonna let it rest there. I can't do a lot of dancing, moving around, because I'll knock things off, because at present this bow is just sitting there. What I typically do would then have my rope or string that I use to pull my gun or bow up. Here's my quiver. I'll just put that in that quiver to get it out of the way, and also so deer or whatever, hog or whatever I'm looking for to harvest won't see that line. So then I'm good. So what I'm gonna do now is just, as many hunters already know how to do, we'll load up and shoot an arrow out of the bow. Got a target out here, and you can just see how it kind of works. And of course, again, we're in the summertime here. I usually would have gloves during October bow season in Mississippi. We have a lot of mosquitoes, and I wear gloves and harnesses or face masks for camouflage against so deer won't see me, but also to keep mosquitoes off. So you can see again, I'm attached to the tree with a harness. So I'm securing the stand. And a good way to also with archery to practice shooting, a lot of times it's fun to shoot, obviously more convenient to shoot from the ground. But archers and deer hunters know, archers know this. If you're hunting from a tree, of course the trajectory of your shot is going to be different when you're elevated, so you need to practice some in the tree as well, so you know that your shots are on and therefore will be more humane. But you can see the stand is pretty secure. So if I'm needing to fire, see the stand's not moving at all. It feels secure. I feel secure. I can hunt freely because I know I'm connected, and if I need to move around, if an animal comes out or I have different ranges of shot, I can move all around in this stand. This stand is pretty secure on the tree, this Maka stand, and then of course peace of mind, I know I'm connected via this 3-point harness and this strap to the tree. So again, be safe when you hunt. Be safe when you hunt, and that's Tree Stand Safety 101.